Once upon a time, in a village nestled beside a sparkling river, lived a kind Brahmin named Mitra Sharma. Mitra was known throughout the village for his gentle nature and his beautiful prayers. He often performed religious ceremonies for the villagers, and one day a wealthy merchant rewarded him for his services with a fine, fluffy goat. Mitra, overjoyed, carefully slung the goat over his shoulder and began his journey home. The goat, a playful creature named Pip, bleated happily, its little hooves dangling. As Mitra walked along a path shaded by tall trees, he came to a lonely stretch of road. Suddenly, a mischievous boy named Raju popped out from behind a large rock. Raju, with a wide grin, exclaimed, "Excuse me, sir, why are you carrying a mangy old dog on your shoulders? It looks quite dreadful." Mitra, startled, looked down at Pip. "A dog?" he chuckled. "This is no dog. This is a fine goat, my friend." Raju shrugged. "Well, sir, that's what it looked like to me. My apologies if I'm mistaken." And with a wink, he disappeared back behind the rock. Mitra, a little puzzled but not overly concerned, continued on his way. A short while later, another boy, Sonu, sprang out from behind a bush. Sonu, with a serious frown, declared, "Good sir, are you quite well? Why are you carrying a dead calf? It's quite unsettling to see." Mitra was now quite annoyed. "A dead calf? This is a perfectly healthy goat," he insisted. Sonu simply replied, "I assure you, sir, it looked like a dead calf to me. Perhaps you should check again." He then strolled away, leaving Mitra even more confused. Mitra, starting to feel a little uneasy, pressed on. He hadn't gone far when a third boy, Tanmay, leaped out from behind a tree. Tanmay, giggling, pointed at Pip and said, "Oh my, look at that. Are you carrying a baby donkey? It's quite a sight." "Sir?" Mitra stopped dead in his tracks. He looked at Pip, then back at the road. Raju had said it was a dog, Sonu a dead calf, and now Tanmay a baby donkey. Doubt began to creep into his mind. He thought, perhaps these boys are right. Maybe this goat, this thing, is some sort of magical creature that changes its form. Fear gripped Mitra's heart. He imagined Pip transforming into something even more frightening. Without a second thought, he flung Pip onto the roadside and ran as fast as his legs carry him. Raju, Sonu, and Tanmay watched him go, then burst into laughter. They quickly gathered Pip, who bleated in surprise, and ran off, sharing their delicious prize. Mitra, breathless and terrified, finally reached his home. He told his wife the whole story, his voice trembling. His wife, a wise and patient woman, smiled gently and said, "My dear, sometimes it's best not to believe everything you hear. Those boys were simply playing tricks on you." Mitra, ashamed of his foolishness, learned a valuable lesson that day. He learned that it's important to trust his own eyes and not let others' words sway his judgment. And from that day on, he always remembered the lesson of the mischievous boys and his runaway goat. Moral of the story: don't let others' opinions cloud your own judgment. Trust your own senses and don't be easily fooled.